Namaskaram everyone. We are so blessed to have Ayya and Amma in our midst today on this very special and auspicious occasion of Guru Poornima. We will start today with Ayya and Amma offering their salutations to the Guru Parampara. There will be a short Ganapati Puja which Amma will perform. Then there will be Sankalpam for this evening. And then we will do a Shodasha Upachara Puja to Dakshinamurti with the Medha Dakshinamurti mantram. So we will first do that and then we will make further announcements as the program goes on. Thank you.
शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये आचम्य ऐं आत्मतत्त्वाय स्वाहा क्लीं विद्यातत्त्वाय स्वाहा सौः शिवतत्त्वाय स्वाहा ऐं क्लीं सौः सर्वतत्त्वेभ्यः स्वाहा प्रज्ञानां ब्रह्मयमात्मा ब्रह्मतत्त्वमस्यहं ब्रह्मास्मि ॐ हंसशिवस्सोऽहं हंसः हासकप्रेमदक्षमलवर्योमसौं साक्षमलवरीं सह स्वरूपनिरूपणहेतवे सुगरवे श्रीमज्ञानां विगासमेत श्रीचैतन्यानन्दनाथ श्रीगुरुश्रीपादुकां पूजयामि तर्पयामि नमः अस्य श्री आसनमहामन्त्रस्य पृथिव्याः सुतलं चन्द कूर्मो देवता स्नेहविनियोगः पृथ्वी त्वया धृता लोका देवी त्वं विष्णुनाधृता पञ्चदारे मां देवी पवित्रञ्चासनं कुरु ॐ योगासनाय नमः ॐ वीरासनाय नमः ॐ शरासनाय नमः ॐ संयोगासनाय नमः ॐ ह्रीमाधाशक्तिकमलासनाय नमः रक्तद्वादशक्तियुक्ताय दीपनाथाय नमः उमादेव्यै नमः जगद्ध्वनिमन्त्रमाता हुं फट् स्वाहा हे घण्टे स्वरे पीठे घण्टाध्वनिविभूषिते वादयन्ति परानन्दे घण्टादेवीं प्रपूजयेत् आगमात्तन्तु देवानां निर्गमात्तन्तु राक्षसां करोम्यादौ घण्टारों देवताह्वालाञ्छनम् इति घण्टानादं कृत्वा जीवदेवी महादेवी शुभं भवतु मे सदा यावत् पूजा समाप्ति स्यात् तावत् त्वं प्रज्वलसुस्थिरा भव दीपदेव्यै नमः दीपलक्ष्म्यै नमः कलशस्य मुखे विष्णुः कंठे रुद्रमास्थितः मूले तत्त्वस्थितो ब्रह्मा मध्ये मातृगणाः स्मृताः कुक्षौ सागराः सर्वे सप्तद्वीपा वसुन्धरा ऋग्वेदे यजुर्वेदः सामवेदाप्यथर्वणः अङ्गैश्च सहिताः सर्वे कलशाम्बुसमाश्रिताः आयान्तु व्यासपूर्णमहोत्सवकाले दक्षिणामूर्ति पूजार्थं दुर्दक्षयकारका गङ्गे यमुने चैव गोदावरी सरस्वती नर्मदा सिन्धु कावेरी जले अस्मिन् सन्निधिं कुरु अं आं इं ईं ॐ ॐ ऋं ऋं ऐं ऐं ॐ औं अं अहं ॐ ह्रीं द्रां दत्तात्रेय हरे कृष्ण उन्मत्तानन्ददायक दिगम्बरमणे बालपिशाचज्ञानसागर द्रां ह्रीं ॐ दत्तात्रेयाय नमः क एईलहरीं सकलहरीं सकलह्रीं पूजोपकरणानि द्रव्याणि आत्माञ्च सम्प्रोक्षय प्रणवात्मा परब्रह्म देवी गायत्री छन्द परमात्मा देवता प्राणायामे विनियोगः मम उपात्त समस्त दुर्दक्षय द्वारा श्री परमेश्वर परमेश्वरी प्रीत्यर्थम आदौ विघ्नेश्वर पूजाञ्च करिष्ये ओम गणानागं त्वा गणपतिगं नमामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पदाः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणाधिपतये नमः। श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ। ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ग्लौं गं गणपतये वरवरद सत्त्वजनं मे वशमानय स्वाहा। ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ग्लौं गं नमो भगवती महालक्ष्मी वरवरदे श्रीं विभूतये स्वाहा। श्री श्रीपत्यादिसिद्धलक्ष्मी समेत श्रीवल्लभ श्री महागणाधिपतये नमः। ह्स्रैं ह्स्कलरीं ह्स्रसौः महापद्मवनान्तस्थं गम्भीर संशोभितं वरुणमातात्मजं वन्दे ऐक्ये हि गणाधिपा। पाश अंकुशम् एकदन्तं च मोदकं सुधारकं मूषिकमेतन्मुद्राः ललितं सुप्रतिष्ठितान् मूलाधारस्थितं क्षिप्रं व्रातपतिं वरसिद्धिदं महागणपतिं हेरम्बं नमो निर्विघ्नकारकं महागणपतिमावाहयामि ध्यायामि सम्पूजयामि नमो ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ग्लौं गं गणपतये वरवरदसत्त्वजनं मे वशमानय स्वाहा। महागणाधिपतये नमः। लं पृथ्वीतत्त्वात्मने सत्संगं गन्धं कल्पयामि। टेक ए फ्लावर, dip it in a gandham and give it to Amma. सत्संगं गन्धं कल्पयामि। ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ग्लौं गं गणपतये वरवरदसत्त्वजनं मे वशमानय स्वाहा। महागणाधिपतये नमः। आकाशतत्त्वात्मने इन्द्रियनिग्रहं पुष्पं कल्पयामि। पुष्पाशदान् समर्पयामि। ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ग्लौं गं गणपतये वरवरदसत्त्वजनं मे वशमानय स्वाहा। यं वायुतत्त्वात्मने अर्षड्वर्गविसर्जनं धूपमाघ्रापयामि। विघ्नध्वान्तनिवारणैकतरणिः विघ्नाटवी हव्यवाट विघ्नव्यालकुलप्रमत्तगरुडो विघ्नेपपञ्चाननः विघ्नोत्तुङ्गगिरिप्रभेदनकरी विघ्नाब्धिकुम्भोद्भवः विघ्नौघौ गणप्रचण्डपवनो विघ्नेश्वरपादनः। ॐ धूपानन्तरमाचमन्यं समर्पयामि। ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ग्लौं गं गणपतये वरवरदसत्त्वजनं मे वशमानय स्वाहारं तेजस्तत्त्वात्मने चित्कलादीपं दर्शयामि। श्रीं श्रीं ह्रीं ह्रीं श्रीमद्नवाक्षरी श्री विद्यामन्त्रया दीपं दर्शयामि। बीजापूरगजेक्षुकार्मुकरुजा चक्राब्जपाशोत्पला प्रीयग्रस्वशारत्नकलशप्रोद्यत्कराम्भोरुहा ध्येयो वल्लभया सपद्मकरया श्लिष्टोज्ज्वलधूषया विश्वोत्पत्तिविपत्तिसंस्कृतिकरो विघ्नेश इष्टाद्गदः। ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ग्लौं गं गणपतये वरवरदसत्त्वजनं मे वशमानय स्वाहा। वम् अमृततत्त्वात्मने शिवशक्तिसामरस्यामृतं निवेदयामि। ॐ भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। परोरसे सावधो मापो ज्योतिरसामृतं ब्रह्मभूर्भुवस्सुवरोमृतं स्वादत्येन परिषिञ्च्यामि देवसप्तप्रसवमृतमस्तु अमृतोपस्तरणमसि। ॐ प्राणाय स्वाहा। प्राणाय स्वाहा। अपानाय स्वाहा। ज्ञानाय स्वाहा। उदानाय स्वाहा। समानाय स्वाहा। ब्रह्मणे स्वाहा। मध्ये मध्ये अमृतपानीयं समर्पयामि। अमृताभिधानमसि उत्तराभूषणं समर्पयामि। सत्यं सत्येन परिषञ्चयामि। हस्तौ प्रक्षाल्यामि। पादौ प्रक्षाल्यामि। गन्धूषम् आचमन्यं च समर्पयामि। नमः। ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ग्लौं गं गणपतये वरवरदसत्त्वजनं मे वशमानय स्वाहा। महागणाधिपतये नमः। कर्पूरचूर्णताम्बूलं भूगीप्रसमायुक्तं नागवल्लीदलयुतं कर्पूरचूर्णसंयुक्तं ताम्बूलं स्वीकृत्यताम्। ॐ श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ग्लौं गं गणपतये वरवरदसत्त्वजनं मे वशमानय स्वाहा। महागणाधिपतये नमः। सर्वतत्त्वात्मने मनोलयनीराजनं दर्शयामि। सर्वविघ्नहरं देवं सर्वविघ्नविवर्जितं सर्वसिद्धिप्रदातारं वन्देऽहं गणनायकम्। ज्ञानं ब्रह्मैवात्मा ब्रह्मतत्त्वमसि अहं ब्रह्मास्मि। शुभे शोभनमुहूर्ते अद्य ब्रह्मणः द्वितीयपरार्धे श्वेतवराहकल्पे वैवस्वतमन्वन्तरे अष्टाविंशतितमे कलियुगे प्रथमे पादे क्रौञ्चद्वीपे मेरोत्तरपार्श्वे शालिवार्षिकाब्दे अस्मिन् वर्तमाने व्यावहारिके प्रभवादिषष्टिसंवत्सराणां मध्ये चान्द्रमानेन विन्ध्याचलमहापर्वतवायुदिग्भागे समुद्रमध्ये अमेरिकानामखण्डे रक्षनामक्षेत्रे जनसी महापुण्यनदीतीरे श्री राजराजेश्वरी अष्टबन्धनप्रतिष्ठापितपरिपूर्णमहाकुम्भाभिषेकोद्धार्य पुण्यपीठमन्त्रे क्रोधिनाम संवत्सरे दक्षिणायने ग्रीष्मऋतौ कर्काटकमासे शुक्लपक्षे पौर्णमास्यां तिथौ शनिवासरयुक्तायां पूर्वाषाढनक्षत्रयुक्तायां वैधृतियोगायां वनजकरणायां एवं गुणविशेषेण विशिष्टायाम् अस्यां शुभतिथौ मम उपात्त समस्तदुरिदक्षयद्वारा श्री परमेश्वर परमेश्वरी प्रीत्यर्थम् अस्माकं गोत्रोद्भवस्य अनुराधा नक्षत्रजातस्य श्री चैतन्यानन्दनाथशर्मणः धर्मपत्नी हस्ता नक्षत्रजातायां ज्ञानाम्बिकानां यः सकुटुम्बानां मित्रकुटुम्बानां शिष्यप्रेष्यकुटुम्बानां मौद्गल्यसगोत्रोद्भवायां साक्षाद्वाराही स्वरूपिणीं सरस्वतीयम्बानां यः सकुटुम्बानां मित्रकुटुम्बानां शिष्यप्रेष्यकुटुम्बानां हरितसगोत्रोद्भवस्य ह्लादिनीयम्बा समेत अमृताञ्जना स्वस्तीनां यः सकुटुम्बस्य मित्रकुटुम्बस्य शिष्यप्रेष्यकुटुम्बस्य नानागोत्रोद्भवस्य नानानक्षत्रोद्भवस्य सर्वे पक्षानां सकुटुम्बानां मित्रकुटुम्बानां क्षेमस्थैर्यवीर्यविजयारोग्यैश्वर्याणामभिवृद्ध्यर्थं समस्तसन्मङ्गलावाप्त्यर्थं समस्तदुरितोपशान्त्यर्थम् इष्टकाम्यार्थसिद्ध्यर्थं धर्मार्थकाममोक्ष चतुर्थफलपुरुषार्थसिद्ध्यर्थं साम्बदाश्वसमेत सकलावर्णदेवता समेत श्रीमद्दलिता महात्रिपुरसुन्दरी पराभट्टारिका देवता परिपूर्ण अनुग्रह कटाक्षसिद्ध्यर्थं सकलगुरुपरम्परा परिपूर्ण अनुग्रह कटाक्षसिद्ध्यर्थं स्थलकल्याणार्थं वेदकल्याणार्थं लोककल्याणार्थं व्यासपूर्णिमा महोत्सवकाले दक्षिणामूर्तिपूजां च करिष्ये। ओम मौनं व्याख्या प्रकृत परब्रह्म तत्त्वं युवानं वर्षिष्टान्ते वसदृशगणैरावृतं ब्रह्मनिष्ठैः आचार्येन्द्रं करकलितचन्मुद्रमानन्दरूपं स्वात्माराममृतवदनं दक्षिणामूर्तिमीडे प्रज्ञानां ब्रह्मैमात्मा ब्रह्मतत्त्वमसि अहं ब्रह्मास्मि। ओम ओम नमो भगवते दक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा। ह्स्रैं ह्स्कलरीं ह्स्रसौः महापद्मवनान्तस्थं मातृचैतन्यरूपिणं श्वेतारुणपदं वन्दे ऐक्ये गुरोत्तमा। सकलगुरुदेवता परम्परा समेतं सकलगुरुपत्नी परम्परा समेतं दक्षिणामूर्तिरूपेण आवाहयामि स्त्यायामि संपूजयामि नमः आवाहयामि। आवाहिता भव संस्थापिता भव सन्निधापिता भव सन्निधि भव सम्मुखी भव अवकुण्ठिता भव सुप्रीता भव सुप्रसन्ना भव सुमुखा भव वरदा भव प्रसीद 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 देवा सर्वजगन्नाथा यावत् पूजावसानकं तावत् त्वं प्रीतिभावेन विग्रहेऽस्मिन् सर्ववाक्यान्तराळेऽस्मिन् स्थिर आवासं कुरु। ओम नमो भगवते दक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा। इदमिदमासनं सुखासनं समर्पयामि। ओम नमो भगवते दक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा। पादयोः पाद्यं समर्पयामि। ओम नमो भगवते दक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा। हस्तयोः अर्घ्यमर्घ्यं समर्पयामि। ओम नमो भगवते दक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा। श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ऐं सौः ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं आत्मतत्त्वाय स्वाहा। कईलहरीं सकलहरीं सकलहरीं विद्यातत्त्वाय स्वाहा। सौः ऐं क्लीं ह्रीं श्रीं शिवतत्त्वाय स्वाहा। श्रीं ह्रीं क्लीं ऐं सौः ॐ ह्रीं श्रीं क ईलहरीं सकलहरीं सकलहरीं सौ ऐं क्लीं ह्रीं श्रीं सर्वदत्तेभ्यः स्वाहा। ओम नमो भगवते दक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा। पंचामृत मंत्र स्नानं परिकल्पयामि। ओम आपो हिष्टामयो भवस्तान ऊर्जे ददातन महेरणाय चक्षुषे यो वैश्वतमो रसः तस्य भाजीते हनः उषतीर्वमातरः तस्मादरङ्गमामवो यस्य क्षयाय जिन्वथ। आपो जनेता जनः शुद्धोदकस्नानं समर्पयामि। ओम सद्यो जातं प्रपद्यामि सद्यो जाताय वै नमो नमः। भवे भवेनाधिभवे भवस्व मां भवोद्भवाय नमः। क्षीरस्नानं समर्पयामि। ओम वामदेवाय नमो ज्येष्ठाय नमः श्रेष्ठाय नमो रुद्राय नमः कालाय नमः कलविकरणाय नमो बलविकरणाय नमो बलाय नमः बलप्रमदनाय नमः सर्वभूतरमणाय नमो मनोन्मनाय नमः। तद्नास्तपयामि। ओम घोरेभ्यो तघोरेभ्यो घोरघोरतरेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यो सर्वशर्वेभ्यो नमस्ते अस्तु रुद्ररूपेभ्यः। आज्यस्नानं समर्पयामि। ओम तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात्। मधुस्नानं समर्पयामि। ओम ईशानः सर्वविद्यानां ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्माधिपतिर्ब्रह्मणोऽधिपतिर्ब्रह्मा शिवो मे अस्तु सदाशिवों शर्करया स्नपयामि। ओम तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महासेनाय धीमहि तन्नो सुब्रह्मण्यः प्रचोदयात्। सुब्रह्मण्यो 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 फलोदकेन स्नपयामि। अस्य श्री हंस गायत्री महामन्त्रस्य अव्यक्तपरब्रह्म ऋषिः अनुष्टुप् परमहंसो देवता हंसां बीजं हंसीं शक्तिः हंसों कीलकम् परमहंस प्रसाद सिद्ध्यर्थे जपे विनियोगः। हंसामङ्गुष्ठाभ्यां नमः हंसीं तर्जनीभ्यां नमः हंसों मध्यमाभ्यां नमः हंसैमनामिकाभ्यां नमः हंसों कनिष्ठिकाभ्यां नमः हंसः करतलकरपृष्ठाभ्यां नमः हंसां हृदयाय नमः हंसीं शिरसे स्वाहा हंसों शिखायै वषटे हंसैं कवचाय हुं हंसों नेत्रत्रयाय भौषटे हंसः अस्त्राय फटे। भूर्भुवः सुवः ओम निर्बन्धः गमागमस्तं गगनादिशून्यं चिद्रूपदीपं तिमिरापहारं पश्यामि ते सर्वजनान्तरस्थं नमामि हंसं परमात्मरूपं। हंस हंसः हंस हंसाय विद्महे परमहंसाय धीमहि तन्नो हंस प्रचोदयात्। अथ गन्धोदकस्नानं समर्पयामि। ओम नमो भगवते दक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा। स्नानानन्तरमाचमन्यं समर्पयामि। ओम नमो भगवते दक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा। वस्त्राणि परिकल्पयामि। ओम नमो भगवते दक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा। नवमणिमकुटं चन्द्रशकलं सीमन्तसिन्धूरं तिलकरत्नं कालाञ्जनं पाणिवलं मणिकुण्डलयुगलं नासाभरणम् अधरयावकं प्रथमभूषणं महापदकं पदकं कनकचिन्ताकं मुक्तावलिम् एकावलिं चन्नवीरं केयूरयुगलचतुष्टयं वलयावलिं ऊर्मिकावलिं काञ्चीदामगणिसूत्रं सौभाग्यद्रव्याभरणं पादकटकं रत्ननूपुरं पादाङ्गुलीयकं ह्रीं आं एककरे पाशं क्रों क्रोमन्यकरे अङ्कुशं थं धं विगतकरे पुण्ड्रेक्षुजापं द्रां द्रीं क्लीं ब्लूं सः अपरकरे पञ्चपुष्पबाणां परिकल्पयामि नमः। श्रीमन्माणिक्यपादिके परिकल्पयामि नमः। सकलाभरणदेवतासमेत महाचक्राधिरोहणं परिकल्पयामि नमः। शिवकामेश्वराङ्कपर्यङ्कोपवेशनं परिकल्पयामि नमः। अमृतचषकं समर्पयामि नमः। आचमनीयं समर्पयामि नमः। ओम नमो भगवते दक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा। दिव्यपरिमलगन्धान् धारयामि। गन्धस्योपरि हरिद्रा कुङ्कुमानि समर्पयामि। महिमूलाधारे कमपि मणिपुरे हुतवहं स्थितं स्वाधिष्ठाने हृदमरतमाकाशमुपरि मनो बिभ्रूमध्ये सकलमपि भित्त्वा कुलपतं सहस्रारे पद्मे सहरहसि पत्या विहरसे ॐ नमो भगवते दक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा पुष्पैः पूजयामि We'll do the Dattat Dakshinamurti Ashtotram. Sorry, Guruji's Ashtotram. Om.
Om Asya Sri Amritananda Stotra Sadanam Stotra Mahamantrasya Chaitanyamrita Shodasa Nitya Rishaye Namasirasi Devi Gayatri Chandase Namamuke Sri Annapurnamba Sameda Sri Amritananda Parabhattarika Devadaya Namahridage Srimad Vagbhava Koteti Bijam Shakti Koteti Shakti Kamaruja Koteti Kilakam Aim Klim Sau Sri Amritananda Paripurna Kadaksha Siddhyarte Jape Viniyogaham Aim Angushtabhyam Namaha Lim Gajjanibhyam Namaha Sau Madhyamabhyam Namaha Aim Anamikabhyam Namaha Klim Kanishtikabhyam Namaha Sau Karadalakara Prishtabhyam Namaha Aim Hridayaya Namaha Klim Shirase Swaha Sau Shikaya Vishate Aim Kavachaya Hum Klim Netratrayaya Vaushate Sau Astraya Thate Bhur Bhuva Suvaha Om Vididigbandha Dhyanam Mantrakshamayim Chandrasekhara Dayalaguna Swarupinim Pijapurna Shodasa Nityamrdanardinim Sarvajana Sammohinim Sakala Vidya Lankarinim Sahajananda Sambhavim Shankara Gurumardhinim Ekagra Chidvilasinim Dakshinamurti Swarupinim Sarva Sammohana Sukavashaka Pradaginim Bhagavadim Avyaja Karuna Kadakshim Purna Bija Rupa Shodasa Nivasinim Annapurnamrideshwarim Om Aim Hrim Shrim Karuna Kadaksha Sivamurtaye Namaha
Om Aim Hrim Shrim. All of you can chant Aim Hrim Shrim. Aim Hrim Shrim.
Ganarasika Kameshwara Siddheshwara Namaha
Aim Hrim Shrim.
Mantraswara Purita Pangaja Namaha
Aim Hrim Shrim.
Sahasrare Lalitana Bhava Namaha
Aim Hrim Shrim.
Bindu Vedana Sivananda Muni Sreshta Namaha
Aim Hrim
Sri
Shrim.
Devi Pura Siva Mandira Stabaka Namaha
Aim Hrim
Nitya
Shrim.
Swarupananda Jivita Kaivalya Namaha
Aim Hrim Shrim.
Nirvikalpananda Sagara Samha Namaha
Aim Hrim Shrim.
Shishya Lakshana Sri Gurumurtaye Namaha
Aim Hrim Shrim.
Agnya Kamale Nitya Nirta Amritananda Namaha
Aim Hrim Shrim.
Drishti Matre Sahajananda Varada Namaha
Aim Hrim Shrim.
Sri Vidya Paripurna Shobhita Namaha
Aim Hrim Shrim.
Bharadakante Meru Mantrakarta Namaha
Aim Hrim Shrim.
Salmadvipe Vidyapita Stabaka Namaha
Aim Hrim Shrim.
Avaduta Swaprakasa Vatsara Namaha
Aim Hrim Shrim.
Avaduta Gurumandalakshana Namaha
Aim Hrim
Sri
Shrim.
Annapurna Mana Madura Namaha
Aim Hrim
Sri
Shrim.
Prahalada Purva Sramanama Namaha
Aim Hrim Shrim.
Vijnana Vidya Parisodakarana Namaha
Aim Hrim Shrim.
Navarna Mahayagya Hamsa Namaha
Aim Hrim
Hamsa
Shrim.
Mantrartha Muni Vesevya Namaha
Aim Hrim Shrim.
Sahasrare Padukakshara Kodi Surya Namaha
Aim Hrim Shrim.
Akhilanda Kodi Chaitanya Vyapinye Namaha
Aim Hrim Shrim.
Bhattabhishta Bhoga Moksha Pravardinye Namaha
Aim Hrim Shrim.
Chakraraja Hladinyamba Swarupinye Namaha
Aim Hrim Shrim.
Sarada Tilaga Vidya Mantramala Namaha
Aim Hrim Shrim.
Nitya Shodasha Kala Varna Rupa Namaha
Aim Hrim Shrim.
Nityostava Meru Mantra हृदवासाय नमः।
ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं
तंत्रशास्त्र व्याज्ञान वित्पन्नाय नमः।
ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं
चैतन्यानंद मनोमंत्र चक्रेश्वर्यै नमः।
ॐ ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं
शिष्यकोटि भक्तवत्सल पुरुषार्थाय नमः।
ॐ ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं
अणुशक्ति विज्ञान शास्त्र वित्पन्नाय नमः।
ॐ ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं
कामाख्यापीठे मंत्रालय वैभवाय नमः।
ॐ ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं
भक्तजन सौभाग्य महासंकल्पाय नमः।
ॐ ऐं ह्रीं
श्री
श्रीं
सुधालक्ष्मी संपूर्ण अनुग्रहाय नमः।
ॐ ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं
शुक्रवारे श्रीपीठे प्रसन्नाय नमः।
ॐ ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं
शिवशक्त्यैक्य विद्यार्णवकारणाय नमः।
ॐ ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं
श्री सुधानुभव पूर्व संकल्पाय नमः।
ॐ ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं
मंत्र रूप सुधा संकल्प सिद्धिकर्ताय नमः।
ॐ ऐं ह्रीं
श्री
श्रीं
कामेश्वर कामेश्वरी ऐक्य विद्या ऋषये नमः।
ॐ ऐं ह्रीं
श्री
श्रीं
कामेश्वर स्वरूप प्रत्यक्ष
आचार्याय नमः। ॐ ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं
श्री शंकर रूप गुरु प्रकाश श्री मूर्तये नमः।
ॐ ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं
इष्टमार्थ शारदांबिका प्रसन्नाय नमः।
ॐ ऐं ह्रीं
श्री
श्रीं
शारदांबा परिपूर्ण विद्यालंकाराय नमः।
ॐ ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं
कच्छबीनाद मृद लयस्थिताय नमः।
ॐ ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं
मंतस्मित मुकाम्भोज करुणाय नमः।
ॐ ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं
बाल्ये श्री कृष्णावतार
वृक्षदर्शनाय नमः। कर्पूरवीटिकामोद प्रियाय नमः। तुरीयादीनावस्था विवर्जिताय नमः। शान्तस्वरूप श्रीमूर्तये नमः। सुलभवासकद्वैताय नमः। लयज्ञानामृतसागराय नमः। अमृतानन्दामृतस्वरूपिणे नमः। नैमिषारण्य ऋषिरूप गुरुस्वामिने नमः। दिगंबरदेशिक भक्तवत्सलाय नमः। श्री गायत्री हृदयारुणाय नमः। अनान्यन्त स्वप्रकाश विमर्शनाय नमः। विशुद्धिचक्रे षोडश नित्य शोभिताय नमः। अनाहत मंत्रे प्रेम चैतन्यामृताय नमः। मणिपूरके रक्तवर्ण श्रीमूर्तये नमः। स्वादिष्टाने श्री सुधामृताधारिण्ये नमः। मूलाधारे गजवदन सुगंधाय नमः। भ्रूमध्ये कल्याण सुंदर प्रकाशाय नमः। अर्धचंद्रे सकल कला प्रकाशकाय नमः। रोहिणी वीर्ये ज्योतिर्लिंग शिवशक्त्यै नमः। व्यापकनये सर्वराग प्रवीणाय नमः। उन्मनिलये निश्शब्द श्री स्वराय नमः। समनालये सिद्ध चैतन्यानुभावाय नमः। शक्तपीडे श्री शारदा तिलकोज्ज्वलाय नमः। शाम्भवी मुद्राभिलाषवासाय नमः। सहस्रारे मेरु प्रदक्षिण हंसाय नमः। उत्तराम्नाये जगत्सृष्टि महायोन्यै नमः। अनुत्तराय सकलावस्था परिपालकाय नमः। ऐं ह्रीं श्रीं पूर्वाम्नाये सकलजीव मातृदैव्यै नमः। पूर्वान्नाये पूर्वकर्म विनाशाय नमः। समस्त चक्रभक्ताभीष्टवरदाय नमः। प्रकटावरणे कला विद्या समनाय नमः। गुप्तनये अष्टैश्वर्य कल्पतरवे नमः। गुप्ततर शुद्धदर्श लोकज्ञान आदित्याय नमः। संप्रदाय गुरु परंपरा पूजिताय नमः। कुलोत्तीर्णावरण शक्तिलोक व्यापिकाय नमः। निगर्भगोण अंतर्मुख आत्मानंदाय नमः। रहस्यार्थ सहस्र मंत्रार्थ लक्ष्याय नमः। अजरहस्य श्री विद्याचार बोधकाय नमः। परापरादि रहस्य निलय निश्चिंताय नमः। नवावर्ण महायज्ञ पौरुषाय नमः। सप्तऋषि तारक मंडल तिलकाय नमः। कलिकाले वीरकारण उद्भवाय नमः। शंखचक्र हरि नित्य वरदाय नमः। चतुर्वेद महावाक्य अनुग्रहाय नमः। फलपुरुषार्थ शिष्यकोटि विग्रहाय नमः सप्तशती सुधाहुति तत्पराय नमः श्री देवी महायज्ञ मंडलेश्वराय नमः आदिकाल यजुर्यज्ञ ज्ञान दृष्ट्यै नमः श्री देवी पुर स्वयं पीठ स्थापकाय नमः देवी पीठे चतुर्लिंग स्थापनाय नमः कामपीठे भक्तजन अन्न प्रसन्नाय नमः श्री लक्ष्मी नरसिंह प्रकाश पौत्राय नमः मेधानाडी चिद्व्यापक यौवनाय नमः सप्तवर्षे श्री रामचंद्र दर्शनाय नमः वाग्मात्रे ब्रह्मग्रंथि भेदनाय नमः ध्वनिमात्रे विष्णुग्रंथि भेदनाय नमः इच्छामात्रे रुद्रग्रंथि शमनाय नमः शारदा वरद वेद वृभ दर्शनाय नमः शारदा मासे परा गायत्री उपदेशाय नमः दक्षिणामूर्त्यंश मौनमुनये नमः अनाद्यन्त ईश महाब्रह्मेशाय नमः परिपूर्ण अमृतानंद गुरुमूर्तये नमः हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम ओम नमो भगवते दक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा धूपमाघ्रापयामि अरिषड्वर्ग विसर्जनं धूपमाघ्रापयामि प्रापञ्चिकमिति देहं त्वच्चिन्तनमिति प्राणं धूपोपमुमद्भावं स्वीकुरु गुरुसत्तमा हंसलोकपङ्कजं चतुर्प्रणवसाधकं प्रणववर्णभासुरं सद्गुरुं नमाम्यहम् ओम नमो भगवते दक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा सुधा सिंधु मध्यवास कांतिकिरण दर्पणं दुर्भर भव काननान्धकारनाशकारणं हंसलोकपङ्कजं चतुर्प्रणवसाधकं प्रणववर्णभासुरं सद्गुरुं नमाम्यहम् दीपं दर्शयामि दीपानन्तरमाचमन्यं समर्पयामि ओम नमो भगवते दक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा ओम अखण्डैकरसानन्दकरे परसदात्मनि स्वच्छन्दस्फुरणामत्सञ्जेहि कुलनायिके अकुलस्तामृताकारे शुद्धज्ञानकरे परे अमृतत्वं देहि अस्मिन् वस्तुनि किन्नरूपिणी ओम ह्रीं ह्रौं ह्रीं सामृते अमृतोद्भवे अमृतेश्वरी अमृतवर्षिणी तं श्रावय श्रावय स्वाहा ओम भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् परोरसे सावधो मा भो ज्योतिरसमृतं ब्रह्मभूद्भुवत्सौरोमृतं स्वासत्येन परिषञ्चयामि देवसर्वतप्तस्वमृतमस्तुमृतोपस्तरणमस्यों प्राणाय स्वाहा ओं पानाय स्वाहा ओं व्यानाय स्वाहा ओं उदानाय स्वाहा ओं समानाय स्वाहा ओं ब्रह्मणे स्वाहा मध्ये मध्ये अमृतपानीयं समर्पयामि मृताभिधानं सूत्रापोष्टं समर्पयामि स्वासत्येन परिषञ्चयामि हस्तौ प्रक्षाल्यामि पादौ प्रक्षाल्यामि मण्डूषम् आचमन्यं समर्पयामि नमः चित्रूपिणी एकरश्चित्तं तत्त्वाह्येतत्स्वरूपिणी भूत्वा परामृताकारे मयि चित्स्फुरणं कुरु ओम नमो भगवते दक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा चारुराग चारुभाव चारुभाषणप्रियं दाडिमी कुसुमोपमरुणाचलचिन्तनं कर्पूरचूर्णताम्बूलं समर्पयामि ओम नमो भगवते दक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः ज्ञानशक्तिसमारूढः तत्त्वमाला विभूषितः भुक्तिमुक्तिप्रदाता च तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुरेव महेश्वरः गुरुर्साक्षात् परब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः मन्नाथ श्रीजगन्नाथः मद्गुरुः श्रीजगद्गुरुः मदात्मा सर्वभूतात्मा तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः न गुरोर्धिकं मोक्षं न गुरोर्धिकदैवतं न गुरोर्यदहं नास्मि तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः ॐ राजाधिराजाय प्रसख्य साहिने नमो वयं वै श्रवणाय कुर्महे समे कामान् कामकामाय मह्यं कामेश्वरो वै श्रवणो ददातु कुबेराय वै श्रवणाय महाराजाय नमः उत्तरनीराजनं दर्शयामि ओम नमो भगवते दक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा योपां पुष्पं वेद पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् पशुमान् भवति चन्द्रमा वापां पुष्पं पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् पशुमान् भवति य एवं वेद योपामायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति वेदोक्तमन्त्रपुष्पाणि समर्पयामि खण्डत्रयरूपिणं बैन्दवी उपत्यतम् ओम नमो भगवते दक्षिणामूर्तये मह्यं मेधां प्रज्ञां प्रयच्छ स्वाहा आत्मप्रदक्षिण नमस्कारान् समर्पयामि
So the first part of this evening's program has just been concluded. Ayya and Amma have offered puja to our Guru Parampara. The Ashtotaram that was chanted was that of our Paramaguru Amritananda of Devipuram. So now we will go to the next phase where we will perform the puja to Dakshinamurti. We will keep it very simple. It is a Shodasha Upachara puja for Dakshinamurti using the Medha Dakshinamurti Mahamula Mantram. And for this, those of you who have registered to perform pujas, kindly request you to quickly come and take your places so that we can get this going. Everyone who has registered previously to perform puja. During the puja, we will be having bhajans going. So you can start even now while we are setting up.
fun.
गजवदना भगवान गजवदना भगवान गजवदना भगवान ओ 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 भगवान गजवदना
So everyone who is sitting down to do the puja is going to be done silently by Shankaraya. So you will have to follow along. There will be no instructions. You just have to follow along. Thank you.
Shri Purastapaka Annapurna Priya Shri Purastapaka Annapurna Priya Shri Purastapaka Annapurna Priya Shri Purastapaka Annapurna Priya சமரசம் உலாவிடமே நம் வாழ்வில் காண சமரசம் உலாவிடமே அரசனும் எங்கே ஆண்டி அரசனும் எங்கே அறிஞன் எங்கே அசடனும் எங்கே அறிஞன் எங்கே அசடனும் எங்கே ஆவி போன பின் கூடுவர் எங்கே ஆவி போன பின் கூடுவர் எங்கே இதுதான் நம் வாழ்வில் காண சமரசம் உலாவும் இடமே நம் வாழ்வில் காண சமரசம் உலாவும் இடமே சமரசம் உலாவும் இடமே நம் வாழ்வில் காண சமரசம் உலாவும் இடமே நம் வாழ்வில் காண சமரசம் உலாவும் இடமே
சேவை செய்யும் தியாகி
சிங்காரபோகி சேவை செய்யும் தியாகி சிங்காரபோகி செம்பொற் பாதம் தன்னை நாடிடும் யோகி செம்பொற் பாதம் தன்னை நாடிடும் யோகி எல்லோரும் இங்கே ஒன்றாய் உறங்குவதாலே எல்லோரும் இங்கே ஒன்றாய் உறங்குவதாலே உண்மையிலே இதுதான் நம் வாழ்வில் காண சமரசம் உலாவும் இடமே நம் வாழ்வில் காண சமரசம் உலாவும் இடமே சமரசம் உலாவும் இடமே நம் வாழ்வில் காண சமரசம் உலாவும் இடமே நம் வாழ்வில் காண சமரசம் உலாவும் இடமே நம் வாழ்வில் காண சமரசம் உலாவும் இடமே Okay, so as the bhajans are now continuously going, Shankaraya is now starting to do the pushpam as part of the puja. For this part,
They will stop the bhajan and they will chant.
yes. So now we're going to stop the bhajan, we're going to pause, and we're going to do the ashtotram. Okay. So we're going to now also do the Kalasha Udvasanam. So the Mandala Kalasham that has been received puja for 45 days, that Kalasham will now be taken and brought here.
ओम मौनव्याख्या प्रकृतपरब्रह्मदत्वं युवानं वर्षिष्टान्तेव सदृशगणैरावृतं ब्रह्मनिष्ठैः आचार्येन्द्रं करकलितचिन्मुद्रमानन्दरूपं स्वात्मा राममृतवदनं दक्षिणामूर्तिमीडे वटविटपि समीपे भूमिभागे निषण्णं सकलमुनिजनानां ज्ञानदातारमारात् त्रिभुवनगुरुमीशं दक्षिणामूर्तिदेवं जननमरणदुःखच्छेददक्षं नमामि चित्रं तरोर्मूले वृद्धा शिष्याः गुरुर्वा गुरोस्तु मौनं व्याख्यानं शिष्यास्तु छिन्न संशया निधये सद्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सद्वलोकानां श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ॐ विश्वं दर्पणदृश्यमाननगरीतुल्यं निजान्तर्गतं पश्यन्नात्मनि मायया बहिरिवोद्भूतं यथा निद्रया यत्साक्षात् कुरुते प्रबोधसमये स्वात्मानमेवाद्वयं तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। यस्यैव स्फुरणं सदात्मकमसत्कर्मार्थकं भासते साक्षात् तत्त्वमसीति वेदवचसाद्यो बोधयत्याश्रितान् यत्साक्षात् करणात् भवेन्न पुनरावृत्तिर्भवाम्भोनिधौ तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। बीजस्याङ्कुरो जगदिदं निर्कल्पं पुनः मायाकल्पितदेशकालकलना वैचित्र्यचित्रीकृतं मायावीव विजृम्भयत्यपि महायोगी वयस्वेच्छया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। नानाछिद्रघटोदरस्थितमहादीपप्रभाभास्वरं ज्ञानं यश्च चक्षुरादिकरणद्वारा बहिस्पन्दते जानामि च तमेव भान्तमनुभात्येतत्समस्तं जगत् तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। राहुग्रस्तदिवाकरेन्दुसदृशो मायासमाच्छादनात् सन्मात्रः करणोपसंहरणतो यो भूत् सुषुप्तः पुमान् प्रागस्वाप्तमिति प्रबोधसमये यः प्रत्यभिज्ञायते तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। देहं प्राणमपीन्द्रियाण्यपि चलां बुद्धिं च शून्यं विदुः स्त्रीबालान्धजडोपमास्त्वहमिति भ्रान्ता भृशं वाजिनः मायाशक्तिविलासकल्पितमहाव्यामोहसंहारिणे तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। बाल्यादिश्चपि जाग्रदाशु तथा सर्वास्वस्थास्वपि व्यावृत्तास्वनुवर्तमानमहत्यन्तः स्फुरन्तं सदा स्वात्मानं प्रकटीकरोति भजतां यो भद्रया मुद्रया तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। विश्वं पश्यति कार्यकारणतया स्वस्वामि सम्बन्धतः शिष्याचार्यतया तथैव पितृपुत्राद्यात्मना भेदतः स्वप्ने जागृति वा य एष पुरुषो माया परिभ्रामितः तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। भूरम्भाश्च नलो निलोम्बरमहर्नाथो हिमांशुः पुमान् इत्याभाति चराचरात्मकमिदं यस्यैव मूर्त्यष्टकं नान्यत्किञ्चन विद्यते मृषतान् यस्मात् परस्माद् विभो तस्मै श्रीगुरुमूर्तये नमः इदं श्रीदक्षिणामूर्तये। सर्वात्मत्वमिति स्फुटीकृतमिदं यस्मादमुष्मीं स्तवे तेनाश्च श्रवणात् तत्तमननात् ध्यानाच्च सङ्कीर्तनात् सर्वात्मत्वमहाविभूतिसहितं स्यादीश्वरत्वं स्वतः सिद्ध्येत् तत्पुनरष्टदा परिणतं चैश्वर्यमव्याहतम्। न गुरोरधिकं मोक्षं न गुरोरधिकदैवतं न गुरोर्यदहं नास्मि तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकयाः उन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। ज्ञानशक्तिलसत्करः ज्ञानदानपरायणः मेरुराज्ञपदाश्रितः तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। बालामृतमङ्गलं चारुजनकमानसं ज्ञानशाक्तनाद मधुदारास्वादिनं सलोकपङ्कजं चतुप्रणवसाधकं प्रणववर्णभासुरं सद्गुरुं नमाम्यहम्। सुधासिन्धुमध्यवास दर्पणं दुर्भरभवकाननान्धकारनाशकारणं हंसलोकपङ्कजं चतुर्प्रणवसाधकं प्रणववर्णभासुरं सद्गुरुं नमाम्यहम् खण्डत्रयरूपिणं बैन्दवी उपत्यकं दक्षिणच्यमूर्तिनं मातृचेतनं शिवं हंसलोकपङ्कजं चतुर्प्रणवसाधकं प्रणववर्णभासुरं सद्गुरुं नमाम्यहम् पुष्पैः कल्याणस्वप्रकाश अमृतौघस्नापितम् ओघत्रयमधनोद्भवमहोत्तुङ्गतरङ्गं हंसलोकपङ्कजं चतुर्प्रणवसाधकं प्रणववर्णभासुरं सद्गुरुं नमाम्यहं. Give me the lotus flower. प्रज्ञानां ब्रह्म अयम् आत्मा ब्रह्म तत्त्वमसि अहं ब्रह्मास्मि अखण्डैकरसानन्दकरे परसुदात्मनि स्वच्छन्दस्फुरणामत्रनिदेहि कुलनायिके अकुलस्थामृताकारे शुद्धज्ञानकरे परे अमृतत्वं निदेहि अस्मिन् वस्तुनि क्लिन्नरूपिणी ऐं वद वद वाग्वादिनी ऐं क्लीं क्लीने क्लेदय महाक्षोभं कुरु कुरु क्लीं सौं सहोः महालक्ष्मीश्वरी परमस्वामिनी ऊर्ध्वशून्यप्रवाहिनी सोमसूर्याग्निवक्षिणी परमाकाशभासुरे आगच्छागच्छ विषविषपात्रं प्रतिगण्ण प्रतिगण्ण हुं फट् स्वाहा पुण्यं जुहोमि स्वाहा पापं जुहोमि स्वाहा कृत्यं जुहोमि स्वाहा कृत्यं जुहोमि स्वाहा संकल्पं जुहोमि स्वाहा विकल्पं जुहोमि स्वाहा धर्मं जुहोमि स्वाहा धर्मं जुहोमि स्वाहा कहे ईलहरीं मतकहलहरीं सकलहरीं धर्मं जुहोमि औषधे इतः पूर्वप्राणबुद्धिदे धर्माधिकारतः जाग्रत्स्वप्नसुषुप्त्यावस्थासु मनसा वाचा कर्मणा हस्ताभ्यां पद्भ्याम् उदरेण शिश्ना योन्यां यस्मृतं यदुक्तं यत्कृतं तत्सर्वं ब्रह्मार्पणं भवतु स्वाहा. आद्रं ज्वलज्योतिरहमस्मि ज्योतिर्ब्रह्माहमस्मि यो अहमस्मि ब्रह्माहमस्मि अहमेवाहं मां जुहोमि स्वाहा. ॐ ह्रीं ज्रौं जुं समृते अमृतोद्भवे अमृतेश्वरी अमृतवर्षिणी अमृतं श्रावय श्रावय स्वाहा. ॐ ह्रीं ज्रौं जुं सः अमृते अमृतोद्भवे अमृतेश्वरी अमृतवर्षिणी अमृतं श्रावय श्रावय स्वाहा. ॐ ह्रीं ज्रौं जुं सः अमृते अमृतोद्भवे अमृतेश्वरी अमृतवर्षिणी अमृतं श्रावय श्रावय स्वाहा. महामेरुस्थापकं महामेरुस्थापितं सदा तत्त्वचिन्तनं तत्त्वाचमनं कुरु हंसलोकपङ्कजं चतुर्प्रणवसाधकं प्रणववर्णभासुरं सद्गुरुं नमाम्यहम् कल्याणस्वप्रकाश अमृतौघस्नापितम् ओघत्रयमधनोद्भवमहोत्तुङ्गतरङ्गं हंसलोकपङ्कजं चतुर्प्रणवसाधकं प्रणववर्णभासुरं सद्गुरुं नमाम्यहम् कृतकालिकानुग्रहमहाकवचरक्षितम् अरुणमातृकरुणामृतकटाक्षाच्छादिनं हंसलोकपङ्कजं चतुर्प्रणवसाधकं प्रणववर्णभासुरं सद्गुरुं नमाम्यहम् मणिद्वीपवासिनी कृताशीर्वचनशोभितम् हंसलोकपङ्कजं चतुर्प्रणवसाधकं प्रणववर्णभासुरं सद्गुरुं नमाम्यहम् सुगन्धादिलेपनोपचारं हृदि भावये विद्रुमारुणरागफालाक्षं पूजयेत् हंसलोकपङ्कजं चतुर्प्रणवसाधकं नववर्णभासुरं सद्गुरुं नमाम्यहम् न मन्त्रं च नो यन्त्रं न जानामि तन्त्रविधिं मनस्तरोरुहकुलं च स्वीकुरु गुरोत्तमा हंसलोकपङ्कजं चतुर्प्रणवसाधकं प्रणववर्णभासुरं सद्गुरुं नमाम्यहम्. पुष्पपूजा. Both where on we. Thank you. Yeah. अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः.
आपोहिष्ठामयो भुवत्तान ऊर्जे ददातन महेरणाय चक्षते यो वश्यवदमोरदः तस्य भाजयते हनः उशतीरिव मातरः तस्मा अरङ्गमापवो यस्यक्षयाय जन्मनः आपो जनेतातनः उद्योतकस्नानं समर्पयामि.
श्री विद्यां त्रिपूर्णमे ऋषिखरे त्रिकोणे स्थितां वागीशाय समस्तभूतजननीं मन्त्रे शिवाकामेश्वरान्तस्थितां कान्तां दुन्नय
नित्यपुक्तां करिष्ये ईश्वरीगं सर्वभूतानां तामिहोपक्वये श्रियम् कलपस्नानं समर्पयामि.
शुद्धोदकस्नानम् आपोहिष्टामयो
तान ऊर्जे ददातन बहिर्णाय चक्षसे यो वश्यवदभोरसः तस्य भाजयते हनः उशतीरिव मातरः तस्मा अरण्यमापवो यस्यक्षयाय जन्मनः आपो जनेताचनः दुदोदकस्नानं समर्पयामि.
गन्धादिलेपनोपचारं विभावयेत् इन्द्रुमारुणरागफलाक्षं पूजयेत् लोकपङ्कजं चतुर्वसाधकं प्रणववर्णभासुरं सद्गुरुं नमाम्यहम्. बालामृतमङ्गलं चारुजनकमानसं ज्ञानशाकुन्तनाद मधुधारास्वादिनं हंसलोकपङ्कजं चतुर्प्रणवसाधकं प्रणववर्णभासुरं सद्गुरुं नमाम्यहम्. नाहं भोज्यं नाहं भोक्ता गुरुवे शिवोऽहं भूर्भुवस्वः
குருவின் திருநாமம் செப்பல் தெளிவு குருவே தெளிவு குருவே திருவார்த்தை கேட்ட தெளிவு குருவே திருவார்த்தை சிந்தித்தல் தானே. செல்வ குருநாதா செல்வ குருநாதா செல்வ குருநாதா
செல்வ குருநாதா
செல்வ குருநாதா செல்வ குருநாதா செல்வ குருநாதா செல்வ குருநாதா செல்வ குருநாதா
செல்வ குருநாதா
செல்வ குருநாதா செல்வ குருநாதா செல்வ குருநாதா செல்வ குருநாதா செல்வ குருநாதா செல்வ குருநாதா சிந்தை தடுமாறுதடா திருவருளை தந்திடடா சிந்தை தடுமாறுதடா திருவருளை தந்திடடா சிந்தை தடுமாறுதடா திருவருளை தந்திடடா சிந்தை தடுமாறுதடா திருவருளை தந்திடடா செல்வ குருநாதா செல்வ குருநாதா செல்வ குருநாதா செல்வ குருநாதா சிந்தை தடுமாறுதடா திருவருளை தந்திடடா சிந்தை தடுமாறுதடா திருவருளை தந்திடடா செல்வ குருநாதா செல்வ குருநாதா செல்வ
now we'll directly get into the Ashtottaram of Dakshinamurti.
ॐ विद्यारूपिणे नमः
ॐ महायोगिने नमः
ॐ शुद्धज्ञानिने नमः
विनाककृते नमः
ॐ रत्नकिङ्किणि सर्वाङ्गिने नमः
ॐ रत्नमौळ्ये नमः
ॐ जटाधराज नमः
ॐ गङ्गाधारिणे नमः
ॐ अचलवासिने नमः
ॐ महायज्ञानानिने नमः
ॐ समाधिकृते नमः
ॐ अप्रमेयाय नमः
ॐ योगनिधये नमः
ॐ तारकाय नमः
ॐ भक्तवत्सलाय नमः
ॐ ब्रह्मरूपिणे नमः
ॐ जगद्व्यापिने नमः
ॐ विष्णुमूर्तये नमः
ॐ पुरातनाय नमः
ॐ मोक्षवाहाय नमः
ॐ यज्ञनाथाय नमः
ॐ
ॐ पीताम्बरविभूषणाय नमः ॐ
मोक्षदायिने नमः
ॐ मोक्षनिधये नमः
गातये नमः
ॐ जगत्पतये नमः
ॐ विद्याधारिणे नमः
ॐ शुक्लतनवे नमः
ॐ विद्यादायिने नमः
ॐ गणाधिपाय नमः
ॐ प्रौढां भस्मरति संहर्त्रे नमः
ॐ शशिमौळये नमः
ॐ महानाय नमः
ॐ सामप्रियाय नमः
ॐ अप्याय नमः
ॐ साधवे नमः
ॐ सर्वेदै अलङ्कृताय नमः
ॐ हस्ते वह्निधराय नमः ॐ श्रीमते मृगधारिणे नमः ॐ वशङ्कराय नमः
ॐ यज्ञनाथाय नमः
ॐ कृतधन्विद्वंसिने नमः
ॐ यज्ञपोत्रे नमः
ॐ यमान्तकाय नमः
तानुग्रहमूर्तये नमः
ॐ भतसेव्याय नमः
ॐ वृषध्वजाय नमः
ॐ भस्मोद्धूलितसर्वाङ्गाय नमः
ॐ अक्षमालाधराय नमः
ॐ महदे नमः
ॐ त्रयीमूर्तये नमः
ॐ परब्रह्मणे नमः
ॐ नागराजलङ्कृताय नमः
ॐ शान्तरूपाय महाज्ञानिने नमः
ॐ सर्वलोकविभूषणाय नमः
ॐ अर्धनारीश्वराय नमः
ॐ देवाय नमः
ॐ मुनिदेव्याय नमः
ॐ सुरोत्तमाय नमः
ॐ व्याख्यानदेवाय नमः
ॐ भगवते नमः
ॐ रविचन्द्राग्निलोचनाय नमः
ॐ जगद्गुरवे नमः
ॐ महादेवाय नमः
ॐ महानन्दपारायणाय नमः
ॐ जटाधारिणे नमः
ॐ महायोगिने नमः
ॐ ज्ञानमालैरङ्कृताय नमः
ॐ व्योमाकङ्गाचलस्थानाय नमः
ॐ विशुद्धाय नमः
ॐ यतये नमः
ॐ ऊर्जिताय नमः
ॐ तत्त्वमूर्तये नमः
ॐ महायोगिने नमः
ॐ महासारस्वतप्रदाय नमः
ॐ व्योममूर्तये नमः
ॐ भक्तानामिष्टाय नमः
ॐ कामफलप्रदाय नमः
ॐ परमूर्तये नमः
ॐ चिद्वरूपिणे नमः
ॐ तेजोमूर्तये नमः
ॐ अनामयाय नमः
ॐ वेदावेदाङ्गत्वजाज्ञानमय नमः
ॐ चतुष्षष्टिकलानिधये नमः
ॐ भवरोगभयध्वंसिने नमः
ॐ भक्तनामभयप्रदाय नमः
ॐ नीलग्रीवाय नमः
ॐ ललाटाक्षाय नमः
ॐ गजशर्मणे नमः
ॐ गतिप्रदाय नमः
ॐ मरागिने नमः
ॐ गामदाय नमः
ॐ तपस्विने नमः
ॐ विष्णुवल्लभाय नमः
ॐ ब्रह्मचारिणे नमः
ॐ सन्न्यासिने नमः
ॐ गृहास्थसंकारणाय नमः
ॐ दान्ताय नमः
ॐ संवदां श्रेष्ठाय नमः
ॐ सत्यरूपाय नमः
ॐ दयापराय नमः
ॐ योगपट्टाभिरामाय नमः
ॐ वीणाधारिणे नमः
ॐ विचेतनाय नमः
ॐ मदिप्रज्ञासुधाधारिणे वेदान्तदेशिकारिणे नमः।
ॐ मुद्रापुस्तकधारणाय नमः।
ॐ वेदालादिपिशाचौकराक्षसौकविनाशनाय नमः।
ॐ रोगाणां विनिहन्त्रे नमः।
ॐ सुरेश्वराय नमः।
इति श्रीदक्षिणामूर्ति अष्टोत्तरशतनामावलिसम्पूर्णम्।
अरुणारमण श्री गुरुदेव अरुणारमण श्री गुरुदेव अरुणारमण श्री गुरुदेव अरुणारमण श्री गुरुदेव शेषारमण सद्गुरुदेवा शेषारमण सद्गुरुदेवा शेषारमण
கருவழியாகிய जय गुरुदेवा ओम जय 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 जय ओम जय जय गुरुदेवा ओम जय जय गुरुदेवा ओम जय जय गुरुदेवा ओम जय 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 गुरुदेवा ओम 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 जय जय गुरुदेवा श्री दक्षिणामूर्ति समारा वंदे गुरु परंपरा
लक्षण कस्त्वं न जानामि कोऽहं न जानामि किञ्चिन् न जानामि तव दिव्यतेजं किञ्चिन्न जानामि तव दिव्यतेजं कूटत्रयं त्वं हि खण्डत्रयं त्वं हि उपाधिनिर्मुक्तचैतन्यरूपे श्वेतारुणं मम तत्त्वं गुरोर्मद तत्पादसन्निधिं देहि मे देवी तत्पादसन्निधिं देहि मे देवी यस्य स्मृत्या च नामोक्त्या तपो पूजा क्रियाजुषु न्यूनं सम्पूर्णतां याति सद्यो मन्त्रहीनं क्रियाहीनं भक्तिहीनं गुरोत्तमा यत्कृतं तु मया देवा परिपूर्णं तदस्तु मे अनेन यावच्छक्ति अनावाहनादि षोडशोपचारपूजेन भगवान् सर्वात्मकः तत्सर्वं दक्षिणामूर्तिचरणारविन्दार्पणमस्तु गुरुपादुकार्पणमस्तु कृष्णार्पणमस्तु तत्सद्ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु
காஞ்சியிலே அமர்ந்து காஞ்சியிலே அமர்ந்து கருணை மழை பொழியும் காமகோட்டி பீఠரூபனே பீఠரூபனே காலமெல்லாம் சர்வ காலமெல்லாம் சதா சர்வ காலமெல்லாம் உன்னை பாடுகின்ற பாக்கியம் தந்தருள வேண்டும் ஐயா பாக்கியம் தந்தருள வேண்டும் ஐயா வேண்டும் ஐயா தவ ரூபசீலனே உன்னை நாடி வந்தோர் துயர் தீர்க்கும் நடமாடும் தெய்வமே நடமாடும் தெய்வமே நடமாடும் தெய்வமே உன்னை நாடி வந்தேன் நான் நலம் பல அருள்வாயே சந்திரசேகரா 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 சந்திரசேகரா
Okay, Namaskaram everyone. So we have all together done Shodashopachara Puja for Dakshinamurti on this most auspicious occasion of Guru Poornima. So now we have a couple of quick updates from the temple. The first one is from Max, who you may remember was a collaborator in the Navaratri Malar of 2022. We he, along with Saru, worked on a very beautiful compilation about our Guru Parampara. It's a beautiful bound book. If you've not seen it, you can see it in the bookstore. So, on this occasion, 2 years later, there are many significant milestones this year. It marks the 90th anniversary of our revered Guruji Amritananda, the 9th anniversary of his Mahasamadhi, the 30th anniversary of the establishment of Devipuram's Meru Temple. So, in celebration of this auspicious occasion, we are thrilled to release an updated publication to the Guru Malar of 2022. This traces the sannyasa lineage handed down to us through Guru Garu. As you know, Guru Garu was a Avadhuta sannyasi. So it is tracing, before him it was a sannyasa lineage. And what Max has done is done a lot of extensive research to uncover the parampara that goes beyond Guru Garu, encompassing approximately 1200 years and over 50 gurus, tracing back to Shankaracharya himself. This lineage also incorporates 3 additional Varanasi Peethams, Mumukshu Bhavan, Kamarupa Matham and Rajguru Sumeru Matham. So these are also incorporated in our lineage. So they have a publication that presents this entire parampara from Shankaracharya all the way down to Chaitanyananda, our Guru, totaling 53 Gurus. So Ayya is the 53rd in that lineage. It begins with a discussion of the Dandi Sannyasis and the descriptions of the original Pithas established by Sankaracharya. Following this, this book describes the newly discovered related Pithas and Mathas of our Parampara and provides selected biographies of our Gurus, including the newly found biographies of Ghanashyamananda Tirtha, his Guru Ishwarananda Tirtha, and the illustrious Bengali saint Sarvananda Thakura. So I am going to hand it over to Max. Max is joining us remotely on Zoom from Ottawa, and he's going to be speaking about this publication in brief. Yeah, if everyone could kindly turn to watch one of these monitors, either that one or this one, you will see Max and some of the slides that he has prepared on this topic. So, Max, I think you're muted. You can unmute yourself.
potentially had no relationship to our. Made all the difference for us. And many of you remember seeing this picture right here where he's doing puja to Kalyananda in Bhadrakali Pitam in 1991. So this is how this whole story really began, all the way back in 1991. And these are the two pictures that you see here. So this is probably the last time in November 15th, 1991 that he was in Rochester, and then in September 8th, 2023, when he just out of the blue reappeared and gave exactly the information that we needed. There's no really other way to describe it as a pure grace of the gurus and Devi here for us. So we are very lucky that we were able to get this critical piece of information, because afterwards, all of our research yielded a lot of information that's resulted in the parampara that we are about to present to all of you today. So here is our kind of a high-level overview of where we are currently. So our parampara now goes back to Shankaracharya, around 1200 years. We have 50 plus gurus in our parampara. We have 4 new pitas that were added to the parampara. And then we also have a direct affiliation with Sharada Kalika Pitam in Dvaraka. This is kind of shows you the high level, again, connections between all the pitams. The left 3 are the ones that just been added to our parampara, which is Mumukshu Bhavan, Kamarupa Mat, Rajguru Sumeru Mat, and ultimately Sharada Kalika Pita, who Rajguru Sumeru Mat and Kamarupa Mat are branches of. Here is the entire parampara that you see here. So it lists 53 gurus, starting from Shankaracharya and ending with Aya. So you see the Rajguru Sumeru Mat has 38 Mahants, then Kamarupa Mat has 9 gurus, then Mumukshu Bhavan has 3, and then the rest well known to us. This all will be described in the Parampara publication, which we are releasing today. This is a publication of specifically of Tirtha Dandi Sannyasa Parampara of Guru Garu. And publication will talk about the Dandi Sannyasins, the mats, then it will give the profiles of these new pitams and mats that are part of the parampara, and then it also includes the new biographies of Ganashamananda Tirtha, his guru Ishwarananda Tirtha, and another important guru in our parampara, Mahadvananda Tirtha, who was previously known as Sarvananda Thakur, who is a very important Bengali saint. So how did we get here? How did we get to this point? After we got the confirmation from Dr. Rakesh that Ganashamananda was indeed connected to Mumukshu Bhavan, then we started to do research about this place and try to get more information, try to get connected to it. And so we are very grateful to all the different volunteers who helped us along the way, specifically Karakeshwari Amma and Sulanda Amma, who helped us get connected with some of these institutions. And specifically last year, Karakeshwari Amma and Venubhaya, when they were in Varanasi, they were able to visit some of these institutions. And this one specifically is Mumukshu Bhavan, where they went. And as you can see here, in the background, you see the murti of Ganashamananda, and along with his padukas there. So this again confirmed the connection to this institution and to our lineage here. This Mumukshu Bhavan was established by Ganashamananda Tirtha in 1920. And here we see it on the map here. Furthermore, we were able to find a Guru Vamsha Purana publication which spans 4 volumes, and it contains different biographies and paramparas of many different gurus. And luckily for us, it contained biographies of Ganashamananda Tirtha and his guru Ishwarananda Tirtha. And both of those biographies were translated from Hindi into English and are included in this current publication. This publication included also the parampara of Ganashamananda and Ishwarananda, and that parampara showed us that there's a connection to Kamarupa Mat, because it goes to the first Mahant of the Kamarupa Mat in Varanasi. The first Mahant of this Mat was this famous Bengali saint Sarvananda Thakur, whose Diksha name was Mahadevananda Tirtha. And Kanakeshwari Amma Venubhaya were also able to visit this mat and talk to Sudhananda Tirtha that you see at the bottom picture here. He's not a Mahant, but he is second in command because the current Mahant is quite sick actually. So he's kind of stand-in for him. So this particular mat was established in 1550. It was established by this Bengali saint on the spot where he found the Purneshwara Linga that was established by Brahma's 4 sons. And it also has an affiliation with Sharada Pitam in Dwaraka. And it turned out that Mumukshu Bhavan, which Ganashamananda has established, is actually a branch of Kamarupa Mat. Here we also see this mat on the map here. After additional research and talking to people on the ground, it was established that the first Mahant, the Sarvananda Thakur, he was also simultaneously a Mahant of another Mat, which is named Rajguru Sumero Mat. So he was the Mahant of 2 Mats at the same time. So Rajguru Sumero Mat and Kamarupa Mat, which we just talked about. And Rajguru Sumero Mat is a quite significant one because it's one of the oldest, if not the oldest Mat in Varanasi, which traces its lineage all the way to Shankaracharya, who, according to their pamphlet, has established it in 795 on the place where he installed Devi Bhadrakali, and so onto this banyan tree. And so from that place, that's where he established the branch of Sharada Mat, which later became known as Rajguru Sumero Mat. So when he established it, he then entrusted running of this mat to Padmapadacharya, who then initiated the first Mahant of the mat, whose name was Mahadevananda Tirtha the first. There were actually about 6 of Mahadevananda Tirthas. That's why each one has a different number to it, so it's easier to identify. And both of the mats, Rajguru Sumero Mat and Kamarupa Mat, did confirm that Sarvananda Thakur was indeed Mahant of these 2 mats at the same time. And this the Rajguru Sumero Mat is again, as I mentioned, very old, and it boasts a Mahant parampara of over 60 different Mahants. This is a plate, a Guru Parampara plate that hangs in the mat that gives the entire lineage. And as you can see, number 36, the name that I highlighted here, Mahadevananda Tirtha the fifth, which ruled there when he was an Agadi in 1548. This is our Sarvananda Thakur or Mahadevananda Tirtha, who was the first Mahant of the Kamarupa Mat. And it matches perfectly with the date of establishment of Kamarupa Mat, which was established around 1550. So it's matches, the dates actually match perfectly here. And this is the location of this Rajguru Sumerumat. So aside from that, what are some of the notable gurus? Some of them we already mentioned, and these are the gurus that are profiled in this publication that we are releasing today. So this is Ganashamananda Tirtha, and this is his picture. He was originally from Rajasthan, and as we mentioned earlier, he established Mumukshu Bhavan in 1920, and he attains Mahasamadhi in 1952. That is according to a sannyasi that we were able to speak in Mumukshu Bhavan. And this is a excerpt from Sri Guru Vamsha Puranam that contains a biography in Hindi. This is the biography that we have translated into English and we've included in the present publication. This is the Mumukshu Bhavan, the entrance, and then the sannyasis that live there. And this is the murti that we've seen before of Ganashamananda, and these are his padukas, and this is actually the painting, and actually his actual danda here that's leaning up against the painting. This is the picture that Dr. Rakesh was able to get when he visited this Mumukshu Bhavan in 2005. This is Ishwananda Tirtha, who is the guru of Ganashamananda Tirtha. It was also we were very, very lucky to get this picture. It was in the book that completely was not connected to anything we were looking for, but we were very, very lucky to get this image of him. And according to the information that we have, he was from Karnal in the state of Haryana, and achieved Mahasamadhi in 1930. This is the excerpt from a page from Guru Vamsha Puranam that contains his biography, again, which we have translated and included in the current publication. And finally, this is Sarvananda Thakur, or Mahadevananda Tirtha, as he is known in Varanasi. He is a famous Bengali saint, which, according to some accounts, lived earlier the 15th century, some say a bit later, but based on our information, it's 15th, 16th century that he lived. And according to the tradition, he was the first tantrika to realize the Dasha Mahavidya Siddhi. So he was able to see all 10 forms of Devi on the same night. He was profiled by Arthur Avalon in his book Shakti and Shakta, and also by Robert Svoboda in the book Agora. He's the author of the famous Sarvalasa Tantra, and as we mentioned, also he is the first Mahant of Kamarupa Mat and the Mahant of Rajguru Sumerumat. His life story is described in the work that is called Sarvananda Tarangini, which was written by his son, probably in 16th century. This work is extremely rare. It's originally written in Sanskrit, but the only available copy that we were able to see is written in Bengali. So it's Sanskrit, but in Bengali script. And so this is a very, very rare work, which we were able to get through acquaintance of mine and from British Museum. And we were able to also translate it, and it's released by Tripura Talika, this work, the translation of this work. It's written in a Puranic form as a conversation between the Dandi Sannyasi, who is traveling from Varanasi, who comes to Mehar and talks to a king there. And this king is telling him the story of Sarvananda and how he achieved his siddhis. And the way he did it was through Shava sadhana that he did with the help of his servant. And he did that on the new moon day under the ancient Jina tree. in Mehar, which is now located in Bangladesh. And so it's a very, very famous story. People in Assam and Bengal, they know this very story. But unfortunately, in the rest of the India, he's not very well known. On this very same spot where he achieved his siddhis, there exists a temple that's called Sri Sri Mehar Kalibari Temple. And the tree under which he did his sadhana still exists today. So these are some of the pictures from this temple. And I believe this is the tree under which he did his sadhana. The interesting thing is that there is a connection between the Kamakya and our lineages, because he is a reincarnation of his grandfather Vasudeva, who did tapas in many different places and has died without achieving liberation. In his final attempt, he went to Kamakya Pitam in Assam and did a very arduous tapas. And then Devi Kamakya appeared to him and told him that he will achieve liberation in his next birth as his own grandson, Sarvananda. And there in Mehar, when he would do the Shava Sadhana, he would achieve liberation and would see Devi in her 10 forms. So there's quite an interesting connection to our parampara, because we also have a Kamakya Pitam in Devi Puram, which is quite unusual because she's mostly worshipped in Assam, but that may be that direct link with Sarvananda, with Vasudeva, that the Kamakya comes into our lineage, which is very interesting. This is the Sarvalasa Tantra, which he wrote. And actually, Guruji mentions this Tantra in his Lusaka notes, I think in the part about Tripura Bhairavi. This is also a part of Navarna Puja Paddhati that he's also credited with authoring. Another work that it's told that he has authored is called Tripura Archana Deepika, which points to his connection to Sri Vidya for us. So it's very, very fascinating. There's a lot more information about it, but unfortunately, due to the timing constraints, it's hard to go through all of it. And again, as I mentioned earlier, it may make sense to schedule maybe some separate Zoom sessions to dive into this a bit more deeper and maybe field some questions. But I appreciate you giving me the time to present this. Shrimati Namaha, Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.
Okay. Good. Thank you, Max, for that explanation of this new publication. A lot of beautiful research has gone into this, and it's really amazing to learn about this sannyasa parampara leading up to our Parameshti Guru Swaprakashananda. So Saru here has done a lot of work along with Max. We request Saru to kindly give the first printed copy of this book to Ayya on this occasion. This book will be available in print form. There are a couple of copies that have been printed today just for the sake of this release. But it is already available as an ebook on our website. So if you go to our website, you can see this book. It's called Parampara, and it is full of beautiful photographs, some of which that Max shared during his update online. So with that, we will move on to the next update, and this is from the temple administration. And this is a few different things that have been going on in the temple. So as you know, the Sri Vidya Temple, there's always something happening every day. And there are a lot of things that have happened this year, but I'm just sharing a few select updates with you all, which may be of interest. Go to the next slide here. Yeah. The first one is the incorporation of the society. Sri Vidya Temple Society has been an unincorporated non-profit for all of these years of its existence. But increasingly now, when you want to deal with financial institutions, etc., they only want to deal with corporations. So we made a decision to incorporate the society. Of course, it will remain a non-profit, but it will now be an incorporated religious non-profit under Article 22 of the New York Religious Corporations Law. And this is something that was approved by the members on June 30th. So we had a meeting of the members. I should explain a little bit here. So for the sake of this incorporation, we had to define members. We've never had a formal definition of members. So we have, just for the time being, we came up with a definition of members as the current coordinators, the current office bearers, and the current board of directors. This is needed so that you can have a quorum, you can actually have a vote. So that is why we did that quickly. And of course, once we incorporate, we will of course be re-looking at the bylaws, the definition of membership, etc. So the decision has been made to incorporate. Ayya has proposed a set of what we call immutable tenets. So there are certain founding principles for the Sri Vidya Temple Society. For example, the fact that access to the mother is available to everyone, regardless of their gender, caste, community. That is something that should never change. 50, 100, 200 years from now, there may be various people who come and go, members and boards of directors, but we want some principles to be immutable or never changing. So that is something we are working on, developing a core set of immutable principles that can be also filed along with the incorporation. That's a work in progress, and we'll keep you updated about that. Second piece of good news that we want to share is there is a house at 6888 East River Road. In the map, you can see the red arrow. That is the location of the house, and the temple is all the way at the bottom right. So it's about 6 or 7 houses away. So what happened here was that the owner of this house wanted to sell it, and instead of listing it on the market, they approached us privately asking if the temple would be interested in this property. So coincidentally for the temple, there used to be a house on the temple property. Some of you are aware, and that house used to be used for accommodations for example, during camp, when we have to accommodate campers, counselors, parents, etc. And ever since we lost that house, we've always had a space crunch. Also, as the Granite Temple project is progressing, at some point we will soon have to have the sthapatis, or the artisans, to come here, live here for a few months, and actually work on assembling all of these granite structures. So for multiple reasons, we were badly in need of accommodation. And so it worked out well that we were able to acquire this house at a reasonable cost. And thanks to the generosity of some donors, because we are, on the one hand, the focus of our fundraising is for the new Rajagopuram project. We did not want to upset that in any way or take any funds away from that. So we reached out to a few donors who very graciously agreed to come forward to fund the purchase of this house. So this is just in time for our camp that is kicking off very soon. This house will be available for the camp. So that's a piece of good news we wanted to share. Yeah, thank you. Then moving on to the Rajagopuram project, which is of course the very near and dear to Ayya and to all of us. Phase 1 and 2, which is the Ganapati and the Murugan Sannidhis, the foundation work, the basic structural work is essentially completed. So you can go and take a look anytime. Parni, if you can play that video. Yeah. This just Ayya's giving like a little tour to people. You can see a few folks there. Anyone's interested, please let us know. We are happy to go give you a tour. You can visit the basement, and it's truly massive. Only if you go stand up there, you realize the scale of this new building. So this is just the Ganapati and the Murugan Sannidhis. You can see as the camera pans around, see that is where the Ganapati Sannidhi is going to be. And further down, there will be a Murugan Sannidhi allocation. So this is the phase 1 and 2. As you can see, we are not going to invest in any of the tiling on the interiors, anything right now. This is just the structural work that is done. So we are going to move on to phase 3. Phase 3, we've decided, will be the foundation and basic structural work for the rest of the temple. So instead of building it like phase by phase, we thought, let's finish the foundation work and structural work for the rest of the temple. In the picture there, and as well as on the wall over here, the part that is shown in dark gray or black almost is the scope of phase 3. So all of those walls, the basement and the first floor, all of that is going to be part of phase 3. And that has just been launched. So if you go and observe what's happening outside, you will see they're actually excavating the entire footprint of the new temple, right? So this is huge for us. And you can also see that once that is done, we will of course need a lot of funds to complete phase 3 as well as to complete the rest of the construction. So fundraising is always a priority for us. And I think for the next phase, we're probably going to need about 6 million for just the structural work, the phase 3. And so again, if you or people in your circle are interested, please let us know. We are happy to reach out to them. Next one. So in parallel, one is the local construction that I just told you about. Go to the slideshow. Yeah. In parallel, we have, of course, the work that's going on in India on the carving. The Ganapati Sannidhi is complete and has already arrived here in pieces, right? So obviously they can't ship the entire granite Sannidhi in one piece. You can see in the first photograph on top, the pieces of the granite Sannidhi. They're all here. They have been stored on the construction site. And we are waiting for the Murugan Sannidhi also to come. Then we can invite the Sthapatis over and have them actually assemble these two Sannidhis. In the second picture on the right, you can see one of the Shodasha Ganapatis. There are 16 statues of Ganapati that are going to go around the Ganapati Sannidhi. And again, these are also available for sponsorship if you're interested. The Murugan Sannidhi has already been underway for a while, and it is roughly between 50 and 70% complete at this time. It is being carved in Tamil Nadu, and just like the Ganapati Sannidhi, once it's done, it will be shipped here. In parallel, the next Sannidhi, which is the Devi Sannidhi, the main one, is already underway. You can see in the bottom picture the base of that Sannidhi. This is going to be a giant Sannidhi, 36 feet in height. Imagine inside the temple, a 36-foot tall Sannidhi for Devi. Ganapati and Murugan will be 18 feet tall each. So the base of the Devi Sannidhi is already being worked on. And of course, I would say it's about 20% done. Then the rest of it has to be done still. So that's where we are with the granite temple work. The third part of the temple construction work is the exterior. So we have made a decision, and I think you're all aware. Initially, the plan was to do all of this in granite. But then granite is expensive, it is very slow to carve, and also it is not weatherproof in these conditions. So in this kind of weather, if there's a crack and water enters and expands in the winter, granite can split. So we made a decision to actually go with fiberglass for all the exterior elements. So everything you see, like the gopurams, the cladding on the outside walls, right? From a distance, and even from up close, it will look just like granite to you, but it's actually fiberglass. So this contract has already been signed with a firm in Mumbai, which does this kind of work. Very intricate, like way more intricate than you can get with granite carving is possible with molding of fiberglass. So very excited about this. And this contract is signed, and the fiberglass for the first two phases, the Ganapati and Murugan Sannidhi, will be arriving right after those two Sannidhis are completed. So that's about the Rajagopuram project, a lot of activity happening there. We also are investing in improving this particular property because the plan is to keep this property for private pujas, for Annadanam, even after the new temple is built. So one of the first capital improvement projects here is this floor that you're all sitting on. This was just installed a few weeks ago. We used to have a carpet here which used to get very, very dirty and had to be replaced every few years. So I hope you're all enjoying the new tile. It's much more, much easier for us to maintain. And I would say the acoustics has also improved quite a bit because of the tiling. And thanks to all the volunteers who worked on this. So in order to save costs, we had a bunch of volunteers who actually worked on removing the carpeting, and there was some old tiling under the carpet. So they worked very hard to remove all that, and then we had professionals come in and lay down the new tiling. As mentioned earlier, we are, as part of phase 3, excavating the entire temple. So what that means is we're going to lose a lot of the parking we have, because the new temple is going to come all the way up to the parking lot. So with the fencing, you need room around the excavation for the earth moving equipment. So we will lose that parking, a significant part of the parking. So there's a parking expansion planned in July. So we're going to use this space here. And we will be putting some pavers down in the grass so that cars can park there without getting stuck. So that is the parking expansion plan for July, August. There's also a bathroom and wash area expansion planned for late this year. So right now, you're all aware, if you come during Navaratri, Shivaratri, or one of those festivals, we just have these two bathrooms here, one up front, and it is very difficult for people to manage. So there is a planned expansion of that space. You see that cutout there, right? That wall kind of comes in. We are going to basically use that space and build out that space so that we can have additional washrooms. And we will also have a dedicated plate washing area indoors. Right now we only have that one sink, and in the winter weather it's difficult. Like, people obviously cannot go outside, so we will have multiple stations. We're also planning to move the dishwasher over there. Instead of it being in the kitchen, you will be able to rinse your plates, and volunteers will be able to wash the plates right there. So that is another expansion project that's planned for late this year. This is just some photos. I think last Guru Poornima, Ayya spoke about the importance of Go Samrakshana, of protecting cows, and the effort that the temple is making in this direction. So we have been supporting one of the Goshalas in India, and these are just some photographs from there. Anything to add here, Vimalan? No. Okay. Yeah, you can just go through these pictures. You can just see the cows that are there and the dedication of some of the volunteers there, who are taking care of these cows and calves. Yeah. Quickly moving on to Navaratri 2024. The theme of Navaratri this year is going to be Lalitopakhyana. So we will obviously be sharing more about this, but at this point just wanted to share the theme. And last but not the least, we wanted to again thank our Asthana Vidvans, Nadastara Vidvans, Sri Kasim and Babu. This year happens to be the centenary year of their grandfather, Sri Sheikh Chinna Maulana, who is of course synonymous with Nadaswaram. And they earlier this year played a small concert here in their memory. There is a trust that they have established in their grandfather's memory, which helps to support the art form itself and people who perform this art. So please talk to them or talk to us. We can tell you how to contribute to that foundation, Sri Chaitanyananda Trust. And like every year, they have graced us with their presence. Unfortunately, we don't have them during Navaratri because they are also the Asthana Vidvans at Tirumala Tirupati Devasthanam. So they are in high demand, as you can see. We are grateful that they are able to come here and spend a few months with us. And they are actually leaving tomorrow. They stayed for Guru Poornima and they're leaving tomorrow. So again, from the bottom of our heart, we thank them. We call Dr. Sai Chadevan to please come and give them a token of our appreciation on behalf of the temple. Thank you. So I will just end on this note, which is about committing to Seva. So I know Ayya hasn't said any words today. Normally he shares a few words during Guru Purnima. As you all know, they have dedicated their lives to this very unique vision of Sri Vidya. Sri Vidya, as we all know, is mostly practiced at home in secret, and it is through his blessings, Ayya and Amma's blessings, Guruji's blessings, that we all have access to it today. And it is because of the singular vision that it should be accessible to all of us, that it should be in service of our children. Every day people come here, hundreds of people come here from all walks of life. They don't know about Sri Vidya, they don't know about Sanatana Dharma. They just are coming to see their mother, to pray to her for their well-being, for their wishes to be granted, for her protection. And it is our duty in Ayya's vision to serve the children of the mother. He's also integrated this vision with intellectual inquiry. He says, ask questions, right? Inquire, ask why we do this. Why do we do this particular ritual? So we have always encouraged inquiry here, and that is why it is known as the teaching temple. And there is also the preservation of temple traditions. So in this temple, every puja that you see, even the Nadaswaram itself, is one of these core temple traditions that we are trying to preserve here. I just want to make it very clear to everybody that this is not possible without your contribution, right? And by contribution, I mean seva. Without the seva, the active participation and the service of every one of us, vision is not sustainable. So, if you have received Diksha, you have received initiation from this lineage, we really invite you to commit to seva in whatever way you can. So those of us who are local, of course, we are here often to do, help with Annadanam or helping with the pujas. Those of you who are within driving distance can come down maybe once a month. If you are in California or farther away, maybe you can make a trip once a year, right? And come and spend a few days, not just during the festival, but also before the festival, after the festival, to help set up, etc. So really invite you to participate in this. And if you're not able to travel, there is publications, there is fundraising, there is learning, there are plenty of temple activities that you can participate without leaving where you are. You can also spread awareness about this temple and organize local events. So I just want to end on that note that your seva, your participation, and it's not just for the temple, it's for you, it's for us. The more we learn how to work with others, the more we are aware of ourselves. And that is also a path and part and parcel of our spiritual growth. So thank you very much. So with that, I think we will be doing the Namaskaram. Okay. Okay, we will invite families to come up and take the Namaskaram of Ayya. Please do not touch Ayya, but as a family you can come up one at a time and do Namaskaram to Ayya Namma. And after about 10 minutes we will be serving Mahaprasadam. And bhajans